Hello world, welcome to this week's Geek Movie News, starting off this week with, well, something I predicted quite some time ago. Transformers 4, that's right, it has been confirmed this week by series producer Lorenzo Di Bonaventura that Transformers 4 is on its way. Not just that it's on its way, but also that Michael Bay will return to actually direct this movie. Now, it's not going to be a reboot like a lot of people have been discussing. It's actually going to be what Bonaventura calls evolution. I don't know what that means, but it's clear from what he's been saying that the whole human cast side is going to be completely overhauled. We might not see any of the original human cast from the first three movies in this new movie, although they are going to keep some of the key Transformers. Obviously, main ones that they've spoke about, Optimus and Bumblebee, will be staying on with the franchise, which is good. Hey, maybe after three pretty average Transformers movies, maybe everyone involved, including Bay and Di Bonaventura, have finally discovered that people don't want to see jokes and lots of humans talking to each other. They want to see a real Transformers movie. Giant robots that fight and turn into cars and planes and stuff, and lots of them. Well, I can dream, come on. Director John Chu confirmed that despite the fact that Joseph Gordon-Levitt will not appear in the new G.I. Joe movie, G.I. Joe Retaliation, we will see Cobra Commander. He's even gone as far as stating, and this is a direct quote, "The Cobra Commander that you've always wanted, or to me, what I always wanted, a badass villain." Yeah, that sounds pretty much spot on, and I certainly hope so, because G.I. Joe is nothing without its main villain, the Cobra Commander. Despite the fact that the second movie only hit cinemas last Friday, it looks like Mark Neveldine and Brian Taylor are already in negotiations to direct a Ghost Rider 3. Now, they were being interviewed by The Playlist, and the pair stated that talks are ongoing, they're only preliminary, and also Nicolas Cage is in talks and is interested in returning as Johnny Blaze, the Ghost Rider. Now, the Nick Cage bit should come as no surprise to anyone who knows anything about him. He is a huge, huge Ghost Rider fanboy. I mean, he has the character tattooed on his chest, for God's sake, and has to have it make-upped out when he does movies. So yeah, that's no surprise. It may be a surprise to people who know anything about the box office take-ins of this second movie, though. Over the weekend, it was expected to take $30 million at the box office. It only took $22 million, $8 million less than expected. So, although negotiations are ongoing, we might actually never see Ghost Rider 3 unless this second one does well. There's a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie on the way, guys. Yes! And Paramount are already in negotiations with Jonathan Liebsman to direct the movie. Now, he's best known for directing Battle Los Angeles, which anyone who's seen it will tell you it's awful, but hopefully he can do a good job with this, what is apparently going to be a reboot to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. No news on anyone involved in the screenwriting or actually a cast, or if it's going to be live action or animated, but hopefully this can be as awesome as the last movie, which was really, really good. Looks like X-Men Second Class has finally picked up a screenwriter, as Simon Kinberg was speaking to MTV this week about some of the progress he's making. And preliminary work basically is on a story focusing once again on Magneto and Professor Xavier. Now, this should be no surprise at all after the first movie, but at least it means that there's some progress at all in the works going on for X-Men Second Class. According to Variety, 20th Century Fox are working on a Zorro Reborn movie. Now, this will put Zorro, the character, in the far future. Zorro's been cast apparently, and he's going to be played by Gael Garcia Bernal. The screenplay was written by a trilogy of screenwriters, Glenn Gers, Lee Shipman, and Brian McGreevy. And yeah, even Hollywood, guys, knows everything's better in space. It looks like Red 2 has finally picked up a new director, and that director is Dean Parisot. Now, Parisot's best known for directing the movie Galaxy Quest, and he's in final negotiations to direct Red 2. Also in final negotiations are Bruce Willis, Helen Mirren and John Malkovich to reprise their roles from the original movie. All have come out and stated they want to do this, so hopefully it won't take long to tie them down and get Red 2 in production. Arrow, the CW pilot based on DC Comics character Green Arrow, has picked up a number of important cast members this week. It's picked up 3. Susan Thompson, who will play Oliver Queen's rich mother, Willa Holland, who is going to play his sister Thea, and Katie Cassidy, who will play love interest Dina Laurel Lance, better known to anyone like me who reads the comic books as Black Canary. So good to see that the cast is finally coming together on this one. Hopefully it'll have a good script, good director, and will be an awesome new series. Sony has big plans for a recently revived video game going onto the big screen. What game, you ask? Well, Twisted Metal. They are in negotiations with Ghost Rider 2 Spirit of Vengeance co-director Brian Taylor to direct this movie. No news on screenwriters or cast at the moment. There are some news though that Sweet Tooth will play a very prominent role, which I think is fantastic. I mean, who doesn't love demonic flame-headed clowns? Heat Vision reports that Bender Spink and Wizard Entertainment founder Gareb Shamus has acquired the rights to the graphic novel The New West. Now, for those of you who don't know about the actual graphic novel itself, the story is set in the near future in LA, where a disgraced former police officer needs to rescue the mayor with just a horse and a sword. The reason for this? Well, someone set off a huge electromagnetic pulse bomb which destroys all technology. This sounds like an excellent and very interesting concept. Let's hope that they can do this adaptation justice. Despite still not having a confirmed screenwriter, director, any cast, Mark Miller came out in an interview with the Daily Record and stated that Kick-Ass 2 will be shooting this summer, along with American Jesus. Now, I know this is Mark Miller's baby, and I'm going to talk directly to you right now, Mark Miller. You need to sign on a screenwriter, a director, and returning cast and new cast. Do it now, get it sorted. Everyone wants to see this movie made, and made as soon as possible. Studio 8 have acquired the rights to I Killed Adolf Hitler, deadpan time travel graphic novel from Norwegian cartoonist Jason. Now, the Eisner Award-winning book follows an assassin hired to travel back in time to 1938 and assassinate Hitler. Problem is, he fails miserably, and Hitler actually returns to the present day in said time machine. Now, the screenwriter who has been put in charge of writing the screenplay is DC Walker of Upcountry Productions, and as yet there's no confirmed cast or director, but sounds like an interesting project. The first of the 2 proposed Cabin Fever sequels that I spoke about quite a while back, Patient Zero, has finally gained a director. And that director is comic artist turned filmmaker Carrie Andrews. Now, Jake Wade Wall, who penned the remake of The Hitcher, has written the screenplay for this one. And as far as I can find online, the filming will start at some point this year in the Dominican Republic. Finally this week, NBC has been so impressed with the script for the pilot episode of the series Hannibal that they've already ordered a series of 13 episodes. Now, just to go over what's going to happen in the series, it will further flesh out the characters featured in the book Red Dragon, including Hannibal Lecter himself, and we'll look at their relationships and things that happen in that universe. No news yet if it will actually be considered canonical to the movie franchise or even the books. But yeah, I hope that whatever they do, whether it's completely separate or considered canon, that they do handle this with kid gloves. These are characters that lots of people are invested in, and well, they don't want to see it done badly, so NBC, be warned. Okay guys, thanks for watching. As always, if you like this video, down there's the like button. You click on that, you let me know that you liked it. You can obviously click the description box. In there is a link to my Facebook, my Tumblr and my Twitter. Follow me, find out what's going on this channel, find out what's going on in the world and me. Share this video with all your friends on your Google Pluses and your Facebook and Twitter, and yeah, you know how you always do. Favourite the video as well if you loved it that much. If you missed last week's Geek Movie News, there's a link just there. You can click out and watch that. If you missed the road trip that me and my friend Dan Galvin did, then there's a link just there. You can click on that and watch that. And if you happen to miss the first Geek Movie review of 2012, which was for the Muppets, there's a link just there. You can click that and go out. Spend half an hour on the interwebs with your good friend Cozzy. Thanks for watching as always, guys, and au revoir.